Okay, so Q&A, bring it on. Bring your question. Are people watching the thing with me and William Linville, Truth Talk? We got some pretty cool stuff happening on that. Really cool. Okay, hang on. This is a good one. This is a good question. Okay, it says, when we call back our soul fragments, should they be cleaned in case they carry a lot of trauma and negativity? Yes. Okay, so generally speaking, now keep in mind that oftentimes soul aspects, soul essence, soul pieces, you leave them behind, they get lost, they get taken, stolen. Sometimes they're actually in being held and there's trauma. So sometimes you leave pieces behind because there is trauma. So whenever you're pulling your own energy back, calling it back, before you pull it into your body, you want to clear it of any traumas, shocks, crisis, emotional pain, whatever. So you just want your pure essence coming back in. So yes, you definitely clear out your soul fragments before bringing them back in. That's a good one. Everyone should know about that one. Okay. Okay, so March 1st, you guys, we're gonna have oh, well, we're doing it different. So I don't know, some of you may know Oceana. So Oceana, we are actually going to do it live March 1st at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to be doing she'll be asking me some questions as well. Sometimes when people ask me questions, you get more information, So we'll be doing that March 1st. Okay. So all of this kind of stuff will be answered and it'll be really, really good. So it'll be even better because I'll be with Oceana. She'll be asking whatever. I don't know what she'll ask, but she'll be asking stuff about March, what's happening in March. And then I will go ahead and give you all that update. So if you can, it'll be live, but it'll also be posted so you can see it later. Cynthia Cynthia handles that, so it'll be where you can find it. Yes, here, this is Cynthia. Truth Talk. I don't know if y'all know William Linville. I've known him since we're in a movie together. That's how I met him, 2009, and we both lived in Vegas together. And we just did one on Tuesday, and that one was on how to use divine energy. People, it was really good. If you want to see it, you can go to I think you have to go to Will's website, williamlinville.com, and then you can buy that program. But it's really, really good. Okay, hang on. Okay. Okay, so are there fake spirit guides and angels that try to guide us and they're actually tricking us to believe they are of the light and have bad intentions? Yes, it's actually true. Yes, I see that kind of thing happen a lot. All right. See, the problem is a lot of people don't really trust their own knowing. Okay, or you haven't been paying attention to your knowing for a lot of your life, and when you don't pay attention to your knowing, then the knowing that everyone has kind of fades back, kind of just fades back. So when we're connecting with guides, spirit guides, or, angels, or any of those kinds of beings, we can feel within our own selves that when something isn't quite right. Okay. Sometimes it might be immediately. Sometimes you might just be going, something doesn't feel right here. But the moment you feel like something's off, get rid of them, because I've had people literally, oh my God, yes, I'm just remembering a horror story. Horror. This one woman totally gave over to some spirit guide or whatever, and severe damage happened. Severe, bad, not cool at all. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, hang on. Is there a way to reverse the effects of botched surgeries? Okay, so I'm just going to give you a little information on any kind of surgery. So even though you got a botched surgery, sometimes you can help alleviate some of the discomfort, or even some of the energy will start to shift and change if you go in and start clearing up the damage, okay? And make sure that you clear up any other frequencies that got in there when the surgery was happening. See, here's something people don't understand. When you have falls, where you know, you hurt yourself, you fall down, when there's blood, you go into surgery, there's blood. There's what we call, you're not gonna like this, there's what I call blood eaters, okay? There's all kinds of things that can happen, but anytime there's an opening in the body, like through cutting, falling, damage, you know what I mean, accidents, whatever, these things come in. Also, discarnates will come in. So even with botched surgeries, you're going to have energy frequencies that don't belong in there that are affecting the surgery. So clean that kind of stuff up. And then you can work on the cellular level. You can start working with the skin and the tissues and all of that. Depending on the severity of the botched surgery, it just depends. But oftentimes, a lot of surgeries can be done, you know, redone, so to speak, with energetically by healing and clearing and working on the frequencies, and it will be better. It'll shift a lot of things. So yes, you can. All righty, Melissa girl. Okay, here we go. All right. What are your thoughts on prepping, stocking up on food for emergencies, growing our own food, and becoming more self-sufficient? Okay. All right. Just really kind of quickly, back in 1976, when I was severely connecting with the astral planes, the spirit worlds, all of that, I actually saw the future. And exactly what's happening right now is what I was shown. I was shown people will die by the thousands from natural disasters. I was saw and shown that we need to be self-sufficient. We need to grow our own food. We need to get off the grid if you can. You need to be in community, and that's how you're going to survive. So it's a serious thing, and it's coming on down the pike. So yes, yes, yes. Okay. If you want more about that information, I've shared that many times. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Here's another one. When we are connecting to the light within, how do we ask for help with a particular area of life? Okay, hang on, hang on. Okay. When we are connecting, how do we ask for help? Da, da, da. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, people, when when you are resting, relaxing, just being in that frequency of the light, there's not like that's not where you're asking the questions, if that makes sense. Okay. So hang on, I gotta read that again. It's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's that see, here's the thing. When we are in that space, okay, what it's really about is being in a state of pure consciousness, pure love and light, all right? When we are in that space, we aren't being traumatized, we're not feeling all of our wounding, we're not in our misperceptions. We're connecting with the true essence, the true light of who we are, okay? Now, if you're trying to ask questions, what you want to be asking is you want to be going direct to your own higher levels, to your oversoul levels, to your God self levels, to your super consciousness levels. That's where you're going to, if you're wanting questions and wanting answers, that's where you go direct. This is just a state of pure, pure, pure awareness. There's nothing here but love and light. Okay. And when we are in that frequency of love and light, it isn't so much about asking questions, but what happens is awareness arises, if that makes sense. It's kind of like if you go into the state of pure awareness where there's nothing but pure awareness, and if you understand creation itself, everything rises up into awareness. There's no planning, there's no looking, there's no trying to make something happen, there's no questions. Things arise in that state of pure awareness. So if you have questions, like if you're asking, you want to be asking, then go to your higher levels. Go direct to your higher levels. Okay. Go direct. And then also you can go to your super consciousness. In fact, just so y'all know, every one of you who have ever watched me do any kind of clearing, okay, you hear me, you watch me go on asking questions. Who do you think I'm talking to? I'm talking to your super consciousness, the highest level of who you are. You're showing me everything. Okay. So go there, go direct. Okay, hang on. This is a good one too. All right. Okay. Okay. I'm curious to hear how you speak about victim. I hear people, healers, etc., freely naming someone a victim. Seems to limit and box person in. So it doesn't feel helpful rather than acknowledging someone's pain, especially when you see them attempting to awake. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So people, here's the deal. In the higher levels of awareness and consciousness, there really are no victims. Okay. And we all have an attachment to being victimized, because the victim frequency of being victimized, there's a lot of emotional energy in that. And also whatever we grew up with in our families, there's a familiar, so then we literally recreate that same kind of familiar. Okay. But you're asking something a little bit different. So here's the thing about everyone at some point has felt like a victim. Everyone has felt like they've been victimized. The poor me. Why is this happening to me? I must be being punished. I must be being bad. There's something wrong with me. I'm forsaken. I'm not loved. That's the victim consciousness, people. And the truth is no one really is a victim. When I say that, what I mean by that is we are constantly going back and forth with all our soul family. Okay. Everybody that we're connect with is soul family. We have our deeper soul families with our parents, our lovers, our beloveds, our children. That's the deep ones. But we are all agreeing to play out, act out, or do for each other to activate the wound. Okay, so that we can unravel that wounding. That's what the dance is really about. Okay. Now, when someone is in a state of feeling like they've been victimized, of course, I'm not going to say there are there are no victims. Okay. I don't do that. I wouldn't do that. All right. So if I'm working with someone, clearly I can see they feel like they've been victimized. So of course I'm going to acknowledge, yes, yes, these things that happened to you. Of course, you're in a lot of pain and you're in a lot of suffering. Let's unravel that so you don't keep calling this to you. Okay. So for me, I'm going to keep unraveling where you're believing you're a victim. Okay. Where you have an attachment to your victimization. Also, where you have perverse pleasure in your suffering. Okay. So everyone has this, people. Everyone. Everyone is attached to their suffering. Everyone has perverse pleasure in their suffering. And in your mind, you keep thinking you want to not be suffering, you want to be no longer be a victim, but in your subconscious, you're holding on to it. Okay. So let me just make sure So I don't label anybody a victim. You will never hear me saying that, other than if I'm at a workshop saying, okay, you're the queen of victim. All right. But that's because I've already said other things to help them understand they're attached to their victimization. Okay. So yes, we acknowledge you're in pain. I won't acknowledge that you are a victim, but I will acknowledge that you are in pain and you are in suffering. Okay. And again, but I will help you to understand the attachment to your suffering, and I will help you to understand your consciousness around victimization. Okay. But more importantly, I'm going to unravel that crap so you are not feeling like a victim and you stop calling in all these experiences that make you feel like you're a victim. All right. You want to go deeper in this kind of stuff? Take Know Thyself. Know Thyself coming up March. It's an awesome program. Okay, hang on. Oh, hang on. What was that? Hang on. Cynthia. Okay, so Cynthia said, I did on the Cynthia, is there a place where people can find that? Or, is that possible to find that? Because it would be really good. Okay, here. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Is the journey of the souls to come from light of source, then have many lifetimes experiencing the depths of darkness, then to ascend back to the light. Do all souls follow this? Yes. Okay. In a nutshell, that is exactly what's happening, Melissa. And the thing is think about this, okay? When you are in your own core, when you're resting in that light and you're just relaxed into the frequency of pure love and light, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no thoughts, nothing, okay? So in that space, the moment you come out, you become aware of your own energy. You become aware of any frequencies, energy, emotions, your physical form. That's exactly what happened when creation became aware of its own self. Just like with all of us, awareness, we became aware of our own awareness. That's the separation. That awareness created a belief that we're separate, and then we began to incarnate in different frequencies, different levels of species. We didn't come right into human beings, people. If you think that's what happened, it's not. Okay, we came into little insects or little amoebas. We came in and we evolved as a soul. But the thing is yes, ultimately we are all finding our way back to that place of just pure love and light, back into the collective of all that is, the consciousness of the all that is, and coming back into that. Ultimately, that is what we are doing, and everyone is doing it. Some will come back into that oneness before others. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're all going to the same place. We all want the same thing, and we're all going to, eventually be back into the oneness. It's just the journey. And that journey is what we're experiencing. Lots of suffering on planet Earth and everywhere. The moment we have physical form, suffering began. Okay. But yes, ultimately, we're all going back. How many lifetimes you got left? Melissa, how many? She got a while. You got a while, girl. As we all do. Okay. 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 Hang on. Yes, here's even to my. Okay. Okay. My friend was told. Hang on a second. My friend was told she has stage 3 cancer in her esophagus. Is there anything she can do about that? Yeah. Well, for one thing, I would not be doing chemotherapy. I would not be going into any kind of mainstream. But I would be going into alternative. My brother has cancer. He's getting acupuncture and using Chinese herbs. The doctor that he's using is famous, or not, he's very well known, saves people all the time of cancer. So that's what's happening. So I would just encourage you to have your friend check out alternative ways to deal with cancer. Okay. So like I said, there is acupuncture and herbs. There's actual Gershon Institute. I don't think it's not in America, because in America, they don't really want to cure cancer. They want to make money. Okay. So you have to go out of country to go to these kind of places, but they cure cancer. Gershon Institute. That's in one place. There's several different places that actually work at these different levels of dealing with cancer, but that's what I would do. And just so you know, people, everything begins in an emotion. So I work with people with cancer and have really great results, but I'm going into the emotional stuff that's causing the cancer, and then I'm actually going into the cancer itself to start dissolving it and shifting and changing the frequency of it. And as we're working with all the emotional components and cleaning all of that up, and there's a lot, people, you have no idea. But then what happens is then the body can start to heal. Okay, so that's what I would recommend. Yeah, Cynthia, can you send the link in the Facebook group? Yeah, that would be good. Oh, she did it. Okay, hang on, people. Hang on. Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking if you all can see the words that people are writing, this is the link. So you might be able to just push on it right there and go to the link. Okay. 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 All right. Hang on. Here's a question. Okay. Could I look into the energy enhancement system by Dr. Sandra Rose Michael for healing? Okay. Energy enhancement system. Okay. Hang on a second. I'll take a look. Okay, what's the name? Sandra Rose Michael. Sandra Rose Michael. Energy Enhancement System. Melissa, hold that in your awareness for me. That'll help me to track it. Got it. Okay, there we go. So there's a being right there. Okay, is this okay? So that the system they've created is it energy enhancement system? Does it work for heat? Okay, there's a lot of variables. It'll work better for some people than others, simply because there needs to be a energy frequency flow has to be able to be happening for people that have a lot of emotional wounding, so to speak, misperceptions, beliefs. The energy can't flow. It's not going to move it. So it just depends. So it's an okay system. I wouldn't say that it's like over the top, but I would say that it can be beneficial for some people. Okay, it can be helpful for some people, but not everyone. I can clearly see, that it won't work for everyone. So it's kind of like an individual basis. All right. Okay, hang on. What else we got here? There was something else. Okay. All right. Did I miss something? Light within. How do we do this? I'm curious how you speak about. Okay, got that one. Okay, I think. Okay. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Okay, what is this one? What is sleep paralysis? Is it often some sort of energy attack? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, guys. I used to be, you guys, I used to be under attack a lot, like a lot. Okay. Like for like serious friggin' demonic attack. I would be awake, but I couldn't move. And these friggin' demons and red-eyed creatures and shit were tracking me. So, um, yeah, so that can happen where your body's like frozen, you can't move. It's like you're not fully awake, but you're definitely aware. You can't come out of it. That's often, yes, that can often be some kind of attack. Okay, so just so y'all know what happened for me, and I can tell you, I remember exactly the night it happened. I just moved into a new house in Sonoma. And again, here comes this creature thing, this friggin' demon, red eyes. He's tracking me, and all of a sudden, I just turned around and literally faced that friggin' demon, and basically got my own energy, my own power, my light, and cast this thing away. And this was back. Hang on, this was back in 2001. Okay, in 2001. I did that. So where are we at now? 2022. So 21 years ago. I've never, ever again have I been attacked. But I was being attacked for years. Okay. So if you are having that kind of thing, face these friggin' things. Says, here's the thing, people. These energies feed off your fear. If you're not afraid, there's nothing they're powerless. Okay. They're powerless. So face these things, face these creatures, and keep knowing that you can do this, and that you are more powerful than they are, or you're just as powerful, and you can stop it. Okay. Put your boots on and kick butt. All right. Aha. Cynthia, is that still happening to you? Just wondering. Well, yeah, okay. Of course, on a soul level, but the thing is, you got to do more than just release those agreements. You have to face these demons. I'm not joking. And remember, I'm telling you, they're just trying to they feed off your fear energy. They take your energy. They you know, they can get into you. They can do all kinds of stuff because you're afraid. Okay, so if you're having these experiences where you're being attacked, you know, where your body is in paralysis and you can't move, if you start to remember, and I mean, if you anchor this in, you will remember. And at some point, you're going to go, "Oh yeah, I can do this." Yes, face them, kick them out, cast them out, tell them to be gone and never come back again. Done. Okay, and mean it. So that's how you end your attacks. Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. What was that? What? Hang on. Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. Okay, saw an interview with Jason Breshers, who claims to have discovered a pattern where every 108 years of significant event happen there. He says the next event is 2040. Is that real pattern real? Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, so let me just, okay, so Jason Breshers, 138 years, 138 years. What's he looking at? What's he looking at? Show me the guy. Show me the 130, every 138 years. Okay, is that actually true? It is. Wow. Okay. It's true. Cool. I don't know what it is, but something significant happens on Earth. Cool. All right. Okay. Okay. Hang on a second. Are there any quantum healing systems, medbed that actually works yet, or should we wait for future technologies? Okay. You know, people, there's a lot of things that are good. You know what I mean? Like there are um, the beds, and there are those pads. There are, I mean, there's a lot of different things that like there's actually magnets that some people use underneath their mattress or underneath their, you know, that they sleep on. It's really good for the EMF stuff, people, because EMF is like so bad. And that's one of the things that helps the body. Like I even wear, just so y'all know, I have many things because my body is so sensitive to the EMFs that I get whacked like friggin' all the time. This is one of the things I'm using. But I have stuff in my room. I got like 3 different things in my bedroom, and you know, and I got different things like you know, just to kind of help with the dirty electricity, and then you know, with the Wi-Fi, all that stuff, because some people are more sensitive than others, and for me, it just fucks me up. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of really cool technology out there. There's a lot of things that really do work. They really work. Okay, so I would give that yes, an absolute yes for sure. All right, just so y'all know, today in a half an hour, group clearing is outgrowing your relationship. Maybe not everyone has that, but sometimes I mean, there's a lot of people that do, but you know, we outgrow our connections. You outgrowing your relationship. You might be outgrowing a friendship. You might be outgrowing family. You might be outgrowing the lover, beloved. Outgrowing your relationship. So it's all relationships on all levels of where you're feeling like you're outgrowing them. Okay, so that'll be a good clearing, because what we really want, no matter what, we want to keep the heart open. Okay, keep that heart open. Keep loving no matter what, and shift happens. Okay, everyone, thanks for being here. In the second week, or the second week of March, we do quantum consciousness, and then the fourth week on Friday, we do Q&A. So yeah, get in on it, people. Very cool. All right, thank you all for being here, and hopefully I'll see some of you in outgrowing your relationship or ships, whatever. Okay, all right. Oh, and Nikki, tell your daughter about this, okay? Make sure you tell your daughter, help her. And here's another thing, people, just so y'all know. If you are ever under attack, and I'm saying this not because anything other than there's a true desire to keep you safe. If you're ever, just call me in. If your daughter, Nikki, if your daughter has this happen again, she can also call me in. I'll be right there with her, and we'll do it together, okay? So yeah, if anybody ever gets afraid, you got shit happening, call me in. I'll be right there. What? I got your back. Okay, everyone. Till next time. All righty.